Okay. And this too was just tossed in and then it was gone. Why not make enough to meet demand? What is the game that they're playing? I don't know the answer to that question, and I wanted to know what you guys think. Why is this happening? You wanted the Chanel highlighter, not going to pay $300 on eBay. Exactly. I know I'm sitting here with a black eye. It looks bizarre. When I saw that these launched, you guys know I flew into action and put it into the group chat. This is what the luminizer looks like. I haven't even opened it yet. It's got the same design. I have no idea if I'm even going to like this. It's probably going to wind up being an eyeshadow. Let's swatch it. It says on here 003 Sun Kissed Limited Edition. Here's what it looks like on my hand. I don't know what is going on with the autofocus, but I don't want it. There we go. Let's get a decent swatch going here. It's looking in person very orangey with it's like a pink shift, very warm orange and gold. And it is very glassy, which we saw with the Tom Ford. I wouldn't say it's overly sparkly. I would say it's metallic more than anything. Very hard. Let me see if I can shine my flashlight on here to make this something that you guys can see. Let me turn this down for a second. You can see, there we go, that coppery reflect. I don't think it's a universal highlighter. I would say that in person, it reminds me of the Copper Rose one from Givenchy that it just came out with, in that deeper coppery tone. This is probably not something I'm going to wear. Seems like a silly thing to say, but I would definitely have to layer this on top of some other things to make it work for me. The point that I'm making is, if only a certain group of people, meaning those people who have ongoing relationships, kind of like what Hermes does. Hermes will have you buy a bazillion other things in order to let you have the honor of buying a bag from them. And I just want to know what your thoughts are. Is this worth alienating people? Making people feel like they've missed out, or that they wanted to buy something that they couldn't? I mean, I understand there's not an unlimited number of these things, but you tell me how many people wouldn't have picked up one of these just to have if you're a makeup person. I think it's mean. I think it's unfair. I think it's creating some kind of wall between what you can get and what you can't. We just saw this again with the little Chanel straw bag that Felice let us see the picture. Her whole hand was bigger than the bag. It wouldn't even fit a phone. The Dior is so weird. Was it even in stock on Sephora or Ulta or just on the site? It was gone immediately. If so, so rude. It was in stock because when I linked them, they were in stock. They have not sold out New Zealand and Australia. Interesting. I'm a working class girl. I don't support hierarchy. Yeah, I'm kind of grossed out, I have to tell you. First of all, I don't even know, like when you aim for the middle, are you really even getting anyone? Are people who do reviews supposed to grab the stuff as soon as they see it so they can share it with you and you can then decide if you want to buy it? Or does it turn into a, do I even show this to you because why stick your nose in it kind of idea? It just feels very icky to me. It's like, do I show it to you or do I hide it from you? Do I tell you that I got it? Do I tell you that I didn't? All I can do is post links and tell people. It was like right when we got off that live that night at 11 o'clock Eastern. That is what I'm finding now. I got to fix my black eye. 11 o'clock Eastern is when they did the launch. And it was gone quickly. I'm just using the Wise color corrector or under eye product, I should say. I'm going to need more coverage than this, but I do want to say that these are on the Sephora sale, and I am a Wise Beauty believer these days. We'll talk more about that. Yes, Marianne. The Dior Addict glass lipsticks have dropped here. Those look really pretty. I saw those on Tavia's Chic profile, if you guys don't know Tavia. At least make a warm and a cool bronzer too. Yeah. How about just make a bronzer that's a new shade? I feel like they keep doing the same shade. And I don't know, like I haven't been a Dior powder buyer in a long time. Is this a standard color or is this really a sun-kissed limited edition? I know it looks like it's gold on here because I'm seeing it on the screen, but it is literally a peachy, bronzy, very warm shade. I think it'd be gorgeous on a suntan or somebody with deeper skin, but you have to really like the metallic effect, that metallic look. Does it really even matter? Because you can't get it from Harrods, or if you happen to live in New Zealand or Australia. Hi. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So Rebecca, I would love to get your input on this. The denim collection, the daisy collection, obvious things that people are going to want, really weird and warm colors. I know you jumped on and ordered one of these. I think you got the bronzer. This is the highlighter. It's like a very metallic, coppery, orangey gold. Metallic, though. Not spark. I thought this was going to be like sparkles that I could put on my eye. It's just metallic. And then here we'll do the bronzer. Very clearly a very warm tone that I won't be able to use. Your thoughts on, was this like, did Louis Vuitton force their hand and make them try to make something scarce? Are they just trying to make makeup that's designer aspirational, like fashion is, and we don't get a taste anymore, or we only get a taste of certain things so we can still fund couture? Why are they doing these kind of drops where the whole group can't be included? What's your take, Rebecca? And anybody else, like, I'd love to know, why are they doing this? What's the point? I think Dior is pulling a Chanel more than a Louis Vuitton. Agreed. They're pulling a, ooh, it's so special, you better run and hurry and go get it. The size of the Dior collection is humongous. They've got the sticks, like 7 eyeshadow sticks, which, by the way, from what I've seen, watch some reviews on them before you buy. They have the 2 eyeshadow palettes. They have the 2 bronzers, the highlighter, luminizer, I guess we're going to call it, since it's like a metallic situation. There was something else. It's a big collection. And for them to have the whole entire summer now with no bronzer to buy and no highlighter to buy seems weird to me. They're just not going to have one. I mean, they're going to pull themselves out of the market like that until fall and just go with like the permanent things that they always have, but not a special summer collection. I mean, this would have been so cute for a wedding. You could give this to the bridesmaids, be cute for, mother of the bride, mother of the groom. No way we'll see something from them. I think that they're going to wind up having to put something else out. It would seem like that to me. I don't like the way the direction this is taking. I feel like instead of more inclusive, I feel like it's gotten more ugly. Like, beauty can be really ugly, and I think there's nothing uglier than when they play games. I mean, at this point, you guys, we all know what a real restock looks like. I know I gave this example already, but Lisa Eldridge, case in point, with her Betty palette. Thank God I remembered the name this time, and Molly doesn't have to scream Betty at me through the screen. But she was like, okay, a lot of people want this, and I will bring it back, but it's going to take a while because we have to start from scratch. That I can understand. A company the size of Chanel, a company the size of Dior, for them to pretend like they've run out is goofy. I don't understand what message they're sending or what they're trying to tell the buyers, except I don't miss those times when you have to sit there and wake up at a certain time and get on your phone and or your computer at the, I don't even remember what it was, and buy something so fast before it's sold out. This is not a competitive sport. I'd like to think of it as a group project, you know. If it's in the DNA, they're a fashion house. Oh, it is in the DNA. Well, Rebecca's used to this because she's coming from the fashion side of all of it. And the whole point of couture is to trigger that aspirational thing. And what fast fashion has done is they've fast-tracked a lot of these designs. I can remember back in the day there was a dress company that would copy, like overnight almost, the dresses that you saw like at the Oscars or something and make like a copy of it that was more affordable. And I can remember like watching the Today Show and they'd be like, check out, you know, Halle Berry with this outfit on. And, you know, here comes our friend Susan wearing, you know, the copy or whatever. And that was a thing. Makeup. I mean, it makes me speechless that this is happening and that the denim is happening. Either make them or don't make them. And if you want it to be a bazillion dollars, like when Chanel did those, the Le Rouge, you know, in that like glass container and they made the lipsticks really expensive, go for it. You know, Louis Vuitton kind of, I think kind of sent a message, like a shot across the bow, like, hey guys, you know, we're just going to charge like a whole bunch more money than you. And everyone's going to think that we are here and you are here. So I don't have an answer. I would like to discuss it. And I'd like to know what, if you could say to Chanel and Dior something about these very limited releases that are almost ridiculous, because why would anybody in their right mind who reviews makeup want to review something that no one can buy? They're spending their own money on something to share with their community, and their community cannot access it. I just think it's wrong and it's kind of depressing. I don't think it's a model that is going to put trust into anybody's head about this. You make more money by making them available to everyone. Even if they want to like pull some ridiculousness at the beginning. You guys know what happens. Like for 10 minutes, it'll be at Nordstrom and then, oh my gosh, they just released it at Macy's. Now that's sold out. We've seen that before, right? But okay, at some point, just say, we're putting them out everywhere, you know? All my Dior arrived today. I just opened it and the packaging is so pretty. I love the shade of the nail polish too. The collection is lovely. But if you can't buy it, I don't know what to say about reviewing something that people can't buy. I'm going to pull up the collection. I'm going to go on Amit's. Instagram that we always use. Boy, oh boy. Okay, here we go. Okay, and this is a Mute Beauty Talk. So we've got the 2 eyeshadow palettes, the blue story and the brown story. We've got 5 lip maximizers. We've got 1 luminizer in the compact with the ladybug and the daisies. And then we've got the Forever Glow luminizer in the tall thing, which I'm guessing is more of a bronzy tone. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eyeshadow sticks. Sorry, I said 7. 2 nail polishes. And I don't even see the bronzer on here, but we know that there's this luminizer and then this highlighter. Let me see if I can get rid of these. These 5 colors of lip maximizer, 2 nail polishes. So in this picture, we don't even see the, here. Let's see if this pictures have, this is Asian. There's our eyeshadows. Here's the luminizer, much warmer in person. The reflect that I get is much more bronzed. Here, there's an additional lip product that looks like it must be like a matte. There's the glosses. Kind of interested in that blue just to see if it cools things down. Got the eyeshadow sticks. Swatches of those. The Glow luminizer. That's more what it looks like with a pink reflect in the pan. And those are the nail polishes. I do love that blue. It's like the same blue that Gucci Westman did on the outside of the compacts. I hope this is not a new trend. I hope that we are not going to be putting out products that very few people can buy and enjoy, that make the people who review makeup run and buy them and then have nobody to show them to or share them with because people can't get their hands on them. You know, it's not my style. It's not my speed. It's not my choice. I think that there's a better way forward. I really do. Having said that, I did swatch all of the Sarah Crail bronzers and put those up for you guys. I'm super confused about the bronzers, by the way. Let me pull these up on Sephora first. You guys all know the sale ends tomorrow. I didn't even know that she was extending her range. Had anybody else heard that? I'm going to show it to you on Sephora first. Okay, so here are her bronzers. She added some colors. So this is the original 1.0, and I don't have these because these were not a color match for me. This is the light golden bronze, which was a little too golden for my skin tone, being a cool pink undertone. So she added the 1.5 and it says light reddish bronze. I'll show you the real swatches in just a second. Then she's calling 2.0 the medium cool bronze. And that one, again, I think is more for a golden skin tone, undertone. She added 2.5 medium golden bronze. I don't know why she didn't go redder here. And then she has the 3.0 deep neutral bronze and then went to the deep reddish bronze. Let me show you my real swatches. I drove kind of far away to get these. Here we go. I have to take this off so I can put this on. Okay, so this is the 1.0. The second one is the 1.5, and then you've got number 2, 2.5, 3, and 3.5, and it'll be like that the whole time. These are inside swatches. I was standing near the window. I can't turn this up real high because I'm going to mute it in case there's music. So you've got them going in order. I found the colors to be not super inspiring. Hi, Holly. Oops, I wasn't super inspired. This is the outdoor swatches, the bottom being 1.0, then 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, and 3.5. My wrinkly arm, so bad. You have shade 2, but 1.5 looks better. I think that all depends on actually how it looks on your skin. What I did note was that the 1.5 shade, I have pictures of it with the Gucci Westman 1.0, not 1.0, she's palette number 1, and the colors were similar to number 2. I have to find the video. Okay, this is me just swatching, and I'm going to turn up. I don't even know if I said anything because I don't know if I had like words. And we have 1.5. 2.0 is existing. And we have 2.5. 3.0 is existing, and we have 3.5. And it wasn't super sunny, but you can see in real light. Three 3.5 looks lighter than 3.0. Okay. Then I swatched. On the right-hand side is Cocoa, the contour stick. And on the left-hand side is going to be the original one, Biscuit. Okay, guys, just for reference, I did a big swatch of cocoa next to this. Cocoa's very red, so I wanted you guys to see that. I did a big swatch of biscuit. So I don't know. Let me blend them a little. Okay, so then I blended them a little bit. Still trying to find answers here. Hi, Jacqueline. This is cocoa. See how much redder that is than number 2? That it almost... This is biscuit. Okay. So I didn't buy any of them. Let me first say that. Initially, when these came out, I think I bought 1 and 2, and they didn't work for me. And I don't think that that 1.5 will work for me, and I don't think that 2.5 will work for me. I don't think that any of these colors was particularly for me. What is this? This is blended 1, 1.5, 2, and 2.5. Yeah, but gotta mute it again. Okay, so that big circle is the 1.5, the new shade. And what I did was I tried to isolate it because I felt like this was the one that most people were going to want to see, the one that kind of straddled between the two. And so I took the Westman Atelier in number 1 and swatched it above the Sarah Creel 1.5. And you can see that they are family members with, I would say, the one from Sarah Creel leaned warmer in person than the Gucci Westman Atelier one. It's really hard to tell in these pictures, and it's like you try to communicate it because the one on the right hand side looks so much cooler, but not in person. It definitely pulled warmer, and I know it doesn't look like that. Cocoa and number 1.5 did not look like the same kind of warmth. The cocoa leaned more to the red, and I just feel like I don't know why she's calling this one more red. And if it is red, then why is it warmer and not cooler? Because she's calling her original 3 colors the cool ones. So I have a theory. And my theory is when a makeup artist creates a line of products, they've worked on a bazillion faces. They know skin. I'm thinking about Mary Phillips, Mario. I'm thinking about Charlotte. I'm thinking about Hung Van Gogh. I'm thinking about like so many of the brands that we see. Sarah Creel is a product developer, and I think she's very good at formulas. And I think we can all agree that her new, this is the one color I didn't want to pull. This is Satisfaction. Her formula is very interesting. I know that Rebecca likes the Prada better. I did talk about the dust bunnies with everybody, that you do have to do that. I do think this is a beautiful blurred effect. The color of Heartbreaker, this very, very deep one, is the one that is very difficult to blend out. It goes on, and you got to really be careful and gentle if you have fair skin. I think even if you don't, I think this one grabs and is harder to get that perfect blend. I mean, you can see on my fingers how incredibly smooth and matte and pretty that looks. And the colors are beautiful, and you can see skin through it. And it's a great formula that I think is really pretty. Do I wish that she had done a few or even one that was like a little cooler? That would have been kind of cool if she did. But because these are so filtered looking, I think they're really pretty. But when you're a makeup artist and you create products, you have in your head all those faces that you worked on, all the skin that you've worked on, the tones, the undertones, the lines, the wrinkles, the way things settle. And when it comes to color, they just understand it. They see things in shade and light. They would see that they would put something lighter here to bring it forward, and something darker here to pull this, back. I don't feel like the colors that they added were makeup artist, oh my gosh, I really need to do that feelings. Now, case in point, like the Mary Phillips strip, I don't know where mine is right now, where she's got the different complexion underpainting colors. She said out loud, there are more shades. There is one that is before this, which is where I'm going to wind up being. And she knew it, but she couldn't self-fund it. And I get it. I understand that. But it wasn't like conveyed that there were going to be more bronzer shades. They just all of a sudden came out with them. I don't feel the way that those came out like she was meeting our needs. The highlighter, I did swatch. It's like impossible to even see on these. There is one now with the pink shift and the one with the champagne shift. And I would have to say that they both have the same kind of depth of color. So if you can wear the champagne, you can wear the pink, and vice versa. You wore the Mary Phillips foundation today for the first time. You love it. Very similar to VVB. Nice. Good suggestion for people. I'm eyeing the blush and Heartbreaker. Do I think it blends out nice? Not too deep. I think you have to proceed with caution on it. Do I think that there are other blushes this color? Yes. Do I think that this looks blown out and filtered? I do. But I think of all of them that this is the hardest one to get to work. And I know that when Rebecca did her swatches, she did this. She had about 9 blushes in her video. I'm like, how many blushes does a person need? She goes, Michelle, I review makeup for a living. I'm like, I know. Watch her blend this one out. She thinks that this is a finicky formula. I think she happened to pick the one shade that's more finicky. Because you can see, I'll demo this tonight. I'll put some makeup on. But this blends out beautifully and looks really pretty on the skin. It really does. It's a very pretty blush formula. I'm using the Heartbreaker with a light touch of a brush. Works for me. That's a great suggestion, Marianne, and I'm glad that that one's working for you. Marianne, do you think it's especially cool toned, or do you think it's somewhere in the neutral category or warm? Just curious. Because everything is relative to your own skin. Hi, Rebecca. Darn it, your phone rang right when I was talking. I was talking about the Sarah Creel blush and said that you had reviewed the deepest shade Heartbreaker, and it was finicky for you. And I told people to go and watch, because you only demo about 97 blushes in that video. If you're looking for a blush, look no further than Rebecca's video, because she's going to demo all of these. This one, you have to proceed with caution, but the blur is real. You don't think it's warm. Okay, great. I don't think it's warm either. 98 blushes. You're right. There were at least 98 blushes. Rebecca, will you grab a link to that video and throw it in the chat for people? Thank you. Give us your link. I just think that Sarah Creel probably has a makeup artist working for her. I'm sure she does, but she herself is a product developer. She can get that formula right. Molly, you know this, that eyeliner that she made is so budge proof and beautiful. And oh my God, the swatch that Molly sent to me. Molly, will you send me the silver swatch again that you sent me in text? I don't want to put your whole text up. I just want to show the navy with the silver sparkles. You guys, it is a stunning shade. Stunning. Get it for 20% off before it's gone if you're into that kind of a color. The blur is real, but you're not impressed by her products for some reason. Yes, there's something about Sarah Creel that really doesn't sit right with Rebecca. And I see exactly the same things. Her products are good. I don't know if I like being lumped into a category of older. However, I did repurchase, because I shared with a friend, the pink under eye corrector that I think is beautiful. And I think her concealer is a great product. But I don't think that she is a makeup artist making her dreams come true. I think she's looking for formulas that work on older skin. Okay, Molly's just shared this with me. I want to show you guys this color because it's so pretty. Did you? Okay, good. There we go. Let me stop this screen. I hope you guys can see this. This eyeliner here is just a beautiful deep blue. And when you look at the little strip, I know it's really hard to see, it's got teeny tiny little pin pricks of silver running through it. And it is just gorgeous. And the blue itself is very wearable. It's a navy for sure. Like it's not denim-y blue or royally blue or anything weird. It is navy blue, and those are silver sparkles, and I think it's beautiful. Gorgeous. But I mean, it's like one of those I've been looking for you all my whole life. Where have you been kind of colors for me. Hey, Rebecca, I took advantage of your code today at Visyart. They have 30 off, and your code gave you an extra 10. Yay! What I bought at the Sephora sale and why. Okay, her link is in here if you guys want to see 98 blushes. That's good, Marianne. Are you light skin toned? Yay, Jacqueline. I'm so happy to hear that, and thank you. Yes, Molly, light skin tone, not fair. Okay. Does anyone have anything that they're wondering about before the sale is over? Is there anything that people want to ask other people about before the sale is over? Are we over the sale already? What are people thinking? Because I'm thinking that Memorial Day is soon, and I did look it up, you guys. There were a lot of sales last year. I'm putting together a kind of a spreadsheet so we can compare what the sales were. I'm just putting a little concealer on here. But I wanted you guys to be able to really see my skin. I am in what I call the itchy phase, meaning the healing phase. When I'm feeling like this, I want to show you guys the pinky color corrector because I didn't have this one the other day. Has anyone tried the Lawless foundation? Anybody? Is it older or new? This is the pink, by the way. She's got 4 different shades of the color corrector. I like this along with the Molly Sims one. I just like this to warm up for a second. I have not tried the Lawless foundation, but I gotta tell you, her lip gloss formula is so old school. It is like chef's kiss, terrific. And her lip mask is something that still sits by my bed. It's in my rotation. Have I been using the Refy Skin Tint? Would you like me to put it on today? Since I've only been wearing the It Skin Tint. I'll put the Refy on. I think it's really pretty, you guys. I think it's one of those easy to wear formulas. I can put that on. I can put on whatever you guys want. I think the Refy might be a good idea. It might be the only foundation I've purchased lately besides It. Has anyone tried the It and not liked it? Just curious. I'm not. Refy, yes. Okay, I will put on the Refy. Okay, so my under eyes, this is just with corrector that like took all of that away. Let's see if it'll dim my bruise a little bit if I dab a teeny bit. I really got like a black eye this time. I forgot to stop taking my aspirin though. I haven't received any of my makeup orders, so I can't comment about the new releases. I did receive my order from Fugazi. I keep thinking that's like a fake thing. Fugazi. Angel Dust EDP, and it was awful. Smelled like a peppery dude. Wow. You don't love the It. Felice does not love the It. Not enough coverage, Felice? Or is it too hydrating? What do you not love? Just curious. That did a lot. Just that little bit. I smelled that, Holly. Don't get the hype on that one. I don't know. Some of these fragrances and stuff, I don't get it either. I'm going to put a little primer on. And a little bit of, oops. Well, we knew that was going to happen. The minute I start running out. Okay. Let's get a little moisture here. I can definitely say the Ace Tura products have my seal of approval. I like the essence. I like the cream and mist. If you're dry, you will love it. If you're not, you will hate it. But I think for 4 days post microneedling, not terrible. It wears off too quickly, Felice. Yeah, it's not really one that you would powder. It looks very patchy after a few hours. It was such a bummer, Molly. The hype was not real. I can't find that Ace Tura mist anywhere. You can't find it on the website or in a store, or is Sephora not selling it? Or are they sold out? Calling something Fugazi should tell you something right there. Isn't it from a show? Why do I feel like it's from Seinfeld or something? Oh, do not let me forget, I am doing the giveaway tonight. You guys, I'm doing the giveaway for the jewelry today. Okay, so it's got this cool top. This is the shade 120C. I think it was the lightest cool tone shade. So basically what I've come to understand is that this is supposed to act like your little palette that you can work off of. And it reminds me a little bit of like the Proteini from, I'm going to just grab this comment down. God, something Fugazi. That is a hilarious comment. It kind of reminds me of the Proteini, where you're going to push down on it and get some product. I am going to do a very, very small amount because I feel like this goes a long way. Because I want to show it to you and swatch it and stuff beforehand, I'm just going to take this off and tell you that it is, oh, I need a clean hand. I need a clean hand. It's a very light, whipped kind of a texture. Almost like a gel. And it gives more coverage than most skin tints. I mean, I will hold this up next to my other hand and you will see that my veiny hands look very different covered by the Refi than not. Yet it's so easy to blend in and so lightweight and doesn't stay tacky. I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'll just use her little thing that she did, and I will just take a little of this just on a brush. Nothing particularly special. I don't think, do this side with the brush and do the other side with my hands. When it is a formula like this that's really hydrating, if you are more oily and you go into this with a sponge, it will take some of that dewiness away. But I do think this is best applied with hands because it retains all of that hydration and moisturizing feeling that you get. And this was a half of a pump. Zoom ya. That's with, without, with, without. Put a little bit more on. Just go on with my hand. It's very like gel-like and cooling. I don't feel like this sits heavy on the skin. I think it's something that would be very comfortable to wear in warm weather. It really spreads, like the amount of product that you need for light coverage is not much. But let's try to build it up just a teeny bit like we're in black and blue and see what we can get. I don't know why I feel like I can't talk when I'm working on my eye. But I think this does a lot of favors for my skin. I think it smooths, I think it evens, and I think you get some pretty nice coverage for something that's a skin tint. It feels good, and it does really take down that hyperpigmentation and even my black eye. And that's not too bad. It's definitely more even. Yeah, I should have known. I caved from all of the frag influencers saying that they were obsessed over it. Fugazi means inauthentic. Really? Like direct? That's really funny. Holly, I don't like their vanilla haze that everyone loves either. Well, their name definitely describes their gross smells. It's Italian, American slang for false or bogus. Oh, so is their shtick like they just copy fragrances? Are they like the MCO of the fragrance world? Look at that. I should really do the other eye. What do you guys think of the foundation? I have to say, I think it's one that will please a lot of people because it's very hydrating and lightweight. But I don't think it's overly shiny or anything. I mean, I think it's got a nice glow. It's very skin-like. What are your thoughts? I'm going to put some of the where is my Tom Ford? Well, I just don't know. I'm gonna have to find it. I will put on number 1 in case we haven't gotten enough of the Gucci Westman. I do wish that she had put the two left sides together and the two right sides together, because I think there would be so many people ecstatic right now about having like two rosy shades or two, you know, rosy shades, but a little bit deeper. There we go. It does a really fast get out the door kind of easy. This is me just using the one side. And then what I've done is I've just taken the deeper one and gone kind of like back here, where I want like a little bit of definition. It looks better when you get a little blush on. So let's put on a little Satisfaction. Should I do Satisfaction on one side, or should I do, you guys vote. We have Heartbreaker. We have Love Bites. We have Heartbreaker. And we have Satisfaction. So we've got like the cooler toned, lighter one, the peachy pink, and the raspberry. Love Bites is here. This is Heartbreaker, and this is Satisfaction. What would you guys like to see? Anybody? Do we not want to see these? That's okay too. I could put on something else if there's something else you'd rather see. I'm happy to do that. Anybody? Well, I put the highlighter away. That's why I can't find it. Anybody have a thought here of what they'd like to see? Okay, I'm going to put Love Bites on. You can see the dust bunnies, but when it goes on, it's like Insta Blur. Insta Blur. It's a really filtered look. Super pretty. I'm going to take a teeny tiny bit of the Heartbreaker on my finger and just dab it right here. Just to get a little brightness right near my eye and lift my cheek up a little. It's so bizarre to have to use like above where your cheekbone is, or if it comes down here, you just look like your whole face is falling down. Oftentimes what I have to do is go back with my concealer. And what I have found the easiest thing to do is just to take a little brush and kind of look in the mirror and sort of blend out whatever edge you're not loving because this went too low. See? It gives the appearance of a much higher up cheek product if you make sure that you're not going too low here. Almost like this is the line, like above the nostril, which is crazy. And then up into here. That's what makes it look lifted for me. Grab Tom Ford. This is really interesting. This is the shade Capri. If you guys want this one, you can get it from Iman. For some reason, it's not on the Sephora website. I do not know why. They don't have all of the colors. I'm taking a very soft Old Wayne Goss brush, and I'm just going to tap onto here. And what I want is just like a very natural but young looking highlight. It's so glass-like and pretty. And I think in the summertime, when you're sweating and you don't want a dewy product on, I think this is just so pretty on the skin. And honestly, like I can see my freckles, but I just look more even now. I'm going to go over this with the blush because you guys know I love to do that. Just go back in with a teeny bit. And I think that's really very pretty. What do you guys think about the foundation? Definitely did a lot of things over here. Is there an eyeshadow quad that you guys would like to see, like one of the Tom Ford ones, in case you're thinking about getting it because you never bought it from the Sephora sale? Or I can show you the Suku, whatever you guys like. I'm going to take a 2-second break to go use the bathroom. Down in the comments, please, what eyeshadow palette, if any, would you like me to try on? And since it's at the Sephora sale, I want to show you guys the YSL one more time because I do think this is a great tubing formula. I'm very excited about the Chanel one, though. There's a plum brown. Okay, 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So it used to be on a show. I'll be right back and we will talk skincare because that's what I'm like excited about today. Yes. And if you want to see a certain lip product, I can do Gucci. I can do YSL. I can do Ramen D if you're into like wanting to go the Korean route. Decide what you would like to see, and I will be right back. Okay. I need to do a shout out. I have been an Orbe girl for a long time and have still think that the dry shampoo is the best that there is, but that's probably only because he doesn't have one yet. I am wildly happy with the Chris McMillan. I have the dry texturizing spray and the hairspray. The hairspray I like way more than the Orbe. I have hairspray in and I can move my hair, but it'll stay in style. The texturizing spray will take your dirty 3-day-old hair and give it like va volume voom voom. Okay. The scent is heavenly. The glassy, smooth hair oil, I mix it with a teeny little bit of the styling balm. It's like this creamy product. Be good if I opened it. I take a teeny bit. You don't need a lot. And then I take the Shine Spray. You know how like when you're doing like your dry shampoo and your hair looks really dull? I do 2 sprays of that. I rub it, my hands. I start at the bottom. And I smush. And it just makes everything look lived in and shiny and bouncy. Then you can, these come in minis that I like to keep in my purse. For the value though, the big size is 38, I think. And the little one I think is like 18. I might be wrong, but it's not a great deal to buy the small ones, but I like carrying them with me. But you guys, I can't stop smelling my hair when this is in. It has the greatest scent. It's like wearing a fragrance. And if you have never heard Chris McMillan talk, you know, he does Jennifer Aniston's hair. That's where he kind of like started his fame and fortune. But these products are so outstanding and fantastic. And he's got things that you can do like when you're blow drying and everything to style, but I really am not washing my own hair a whole lot lately. But these products I love. I love the scent. I love the way they work. I love the way my hair feels. I love that my hair moves. And I think these are worth trying and looking into for the sale. That's where I got them and I love them. I think if you want to see him speak, if you go on the Los Angeles podcast, it's on YouTube. He gets interviewed by Sarah and Kirby a couple weeks ago. He's like the nicest person. I loved hearing him, and I loved hearing him talk about products that I can remember. And he's coming from a time that is like where we came from, where things used to be a certain way. And I love him and I love the products. And I think they're a very good value, especially with for 20% off, worth trying. Definitely. Okay. Do we have anyone that has any feelings about eyeshadows here? Oh, we do have more comments. My skin looks amazing, girl. Oh, it's the Refi. I don't look amazing right now. What shade am I in? The Refi 120C. I think it's the lightest cool tone. Michelle, how does it compare to Lisa Eldridge? Which Lisa Eldridge product? Her new blush balm? think I have one of them in my purse. This is the really deep color. The Lisa Eldridge is more balmy. On me, I actually prefer this because like I like a little bit of shine. And I prefer it to the matte blurred look from Sarah Creel. And the nice thing about this is that you really can use it on lips. You know how usually they say you can? I feel like this you really can. And it's comfortable. I like the balminess better. I like a little of that reflective look because my skin is just so estrogen deprived. Is the refined shade 120C? Yes. You love it? I don't know. I just wanted to smell like an angel's dust. Who wouldn't? Can I try Heartbreaker? Was this like all on here and I didn't see this before? I must not have seen the comments. Okay, I'll put a little more Heartbreaker on just in case. But it's much more matte. I think that if you like this color, if I had to pick between these two, which I think are going to swatch very close in color to each other. I go with Lisa. Hands down. Because I always go for whatever's going to give my skin more life. I love the blur, but I'm already wearing blurry foundation. So I just think that the Lisa with the shine is prettier on my skin than matte. I just don't look great in matte anymore. I wish I could do matte. I love the way it looks on people. I just want to slug it. Okay. Heartbreaker for Sweet Molly. Okay, sorry. Heartbreaker. I didn't see the comments. Can I come see comments? Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Lisa. Lisa's here. Hello. Oops, where's Michelle? Restroom break. Yep. Should I text Michelle? I think she can't see the comments. I was like wondering why nobody was talking to me. Sorry. Yes, what does the oil smell like? Okay, so I want to tell you exactly because I'm not a fragrance kind of person, but to me it smells like I'm a beachy girl. But I will tell you exactly. He has like put together a scent for it. Like he's that into it. He talks about it on the podcast Los Angeles. Okay, so this is a combination of vanilla, coconut water, orange blossom, and santal. It's called Sunset Boulevard. It's called Meet Me at the Beach. Meet Me at the Beach. Love it. Thank you for telling me. Thank you. So weird. Okay. I think I'm caught up now. I'm sorry, you guys. What can I say? My son thinks I'm computer challenged today. I actually think I did very well today. Is there an eyeshadow that anybody's interested in seeing, or should I just throw a little bit of this on and let's talk about skin? Does anybody want to see like a Tom Ford palette or anything that they're wanting to see before they spend their hard-earned dollars on the last day of the sale? The oil's out of stock too. See if you can get it close to your house. If you put like I need this today or get it delivered today. My new trick, by the way, yesterday I had to go out for a little bit with my black eye. I went with like purple eyeshadow, so it like blended in. It was fantastic. And I have to say, like, I should have thought to put this on yesterday because it does give me a little bit more coverage. I'm going to go ahead and say that the Refi for summer is going to be the I need a little bit more coverage. I'm not ready to commit to a foundation and I don't want anything heavy. This is going to do it for you. It's that really nice moussey gel consistency, and it really does like make a substantial difference. I mean, I've got the veiniest hands, and I don't know, that's looking a lot better to me. All the stores are sold out. When I did it, I was able to get it like delivered or something. I'm telling you that you'll own it for a very long time because 2 little sprays on your hand works into your entire hair, and you got to work from the bottom up. Otherwise it's a very light oil. It's not a heavy wet oil like the K18 oil is like a substantial oil. The Kerastase is like a substantial feeling oil. This one feels really lightweight. Let me tell you something. I would buy it at $58. I think it's obviously better at around $5 or $6 off, but it's really good. And I think you guys would like it. So I think Refi wins for the summertime. Not a foundation, little more coverage, very lightweight. You can't feel it anymore. Self sets, no problems. Nice evening. I would even wear this like at night, like if I was going somewhere, you know. I am going to show you guys this mascara. Oh, and I want to blow up the picture that Molly sent me because I think you're going to be able to see it better in my screen. See the little tiny silver sparkles that run through that? So you're going to have like a sparkle on the navy, no fallout, and stays in the waterline. It's really pretty. Thanks for sending that, Mal. And thanks for making me get it. I'm excited. I ordered it. So Chanel just came out with 3 colors of mascara that will be in stores. One of them is like a really warm brown. One of them is more of a cool tone brown. And then they also have the black. I gave up trying to get the YSL Nude Hours here. Is sold out in Canada. I bought the 12-pan Viseart Praline instead and can't wait for it to show up. I think you're going to be super happy, Jacqueline. You should have asked me. I have one that I would have sold to you that I have not touched. I'm giving it to my sister. This is the new YSL mascara. I know people love the Lash Clash, but if you're a length girl and you like a tubing formula, this one is really lovely. And I feel like you can wear it more dramatic, like if you do the waterline and stuff. But I think that on like a no makeup day, even in the black, because I'm really not very much of a brown mascara wearer, I'm sort of in or I'm out. The one thing about tubing mascaras is you got to work kind of fast because they dry and then are harder to build. But while it's drying, you can really use it to lift and blink into it. Use the tip a little. I have one eyelash that grows like the weird direction, so I always have to like pull it off. Oh, I just got my hair. That's not good. That's a big difference. Let me zoom ya. It's just does such a nice job lengthening. And I usually do tight line, but since I'm not wearing any eyeshadow, I think this will be better. And if you dink yourself, which I always do, comes right off with the Q-tip. Let it dry. I really like the way you can get length with this. I always choose length over volume because volume I feel like you can fake with a tight line. That gives really nice, like fluttery, pretty lashes. Oop, got it right here. There we go. Quick and easy cleanup. There we go. You love the new YSL Lash Clash is way too hard to get off. That was my problem with it also. Thanks, Michelle. I'm tired of all this super limited edition crap too. I decided to not give YSL my money. Can I tell you that I completely understand and don't disagree with you? It's like whichever brand it was that walked in front of you wrong lately and last is the one that loses. This spray, by the way, during the day, when you feel like you need like a little pick-me-up, I've not worn like base makeup yet because of my skin, but really better than I looked before. I would not think it's a tubing mascara. I don't think it comes off like tubing. It comes off easy. This one is the vinyl tubing. So it's called vinyl. Lash latex. That's a nice alliteration, lash latex. I kind of like that. Okay, so are we ready for some skin? Does anybody have any other makeup things that they want to talk about or other subjects for that matter? I saw a really interesting thing today that Rebecca sent to me, and I will post it up here for you. I'm going to pull it up on Instagram just because I think this is something that you'll want to see. Okay, Instagram account. I'm going to pull it up here. The account is Resenias Honestas. She's in Florida. RESENAS_ looks like two of them. HONESTAS. It says, I spent over $10,000 at Sephora, and this is how I was treated. Let's talk facts. I purchased several fragrance sets that include vouchers to redeem full-size perfumes. You guys have seen those, like where you get the little samples, and then you get to pick the bottle that you want for free. There is a known system issue with the Valentino fragrance not registering with vouchers, confirmed in multiple stores. April 16th, Galleria Mall, Fort Lauderdale. I was accused, in all caps, of reusing a voucher. No verification, no investigation, just assumptions. Important detail. Sephora keeps redeemed vouchers. Customers do not get them back. So the accusation didn't even make sense. Instead of resolving the issue, the manager doubled down on the attitude. Dismissive, unhelpful, unprofessional. Between these incidents, I visited another store. I clearly explained that each voucher must be processed one by one due to system limitations. So she must have had multiple sets where she was getting multiple bottles of perfume, one for each set. The process is not optional. Each fragrance plus voucher requires a separate transaction. Despite explaining this calmly, the issue continued to be mishandled. Fast forward to the next day, different store, same exact Valentino issue. The associate became visibly frustrated during the process, then proceeded to throw the perfumes into the bag. When I calmly said I would report the behavior, she laughed. The manager's response, "Don't contact corporate, talk to me." That alone says enough. This is no longer a one-store issue. This is a pattern of behavior across locations. I am a Rouge client and a high-spend customer, and still accused, dismissed, mocked. Let that sink in. A system issue turned into customer mistreatment. Sephora, this needs to be addressed at corporate level. If you've experienced similar treatment, speak up, because this should not be normal. And if you go on to her comments, Rebecca wrote, Sephora is impossible to deal with, repeatedly rude, repeatedly accusatory. They love the phrase, "We've accommodated you in the past," which has actually been said to me about a return that I was trying to make. Do you remember, Molly? They love the phrase, "We've accommodated you in the past," when referring to their own mishandling of packages that makes things arrive broken. Their fault, but they blame the customer. The eyeshadow palettes that come broken, the Danessa, and then I had another one at the same, almost like the same month, that also was thrown into a box, like with no packaging around it, and that's my fault. They've accused me of theft when they are the ones who left a product out of the package. They are defensive, gaslighting, and frankly, why any of us shop there is a mystery to me. I wrote, imagine acting like this in your own job. It is an impossibly broken system. How is it that in 2026, systems cannot update in real time? Most companies are doing this with ease. LVMH is a global giant, which, by the way, you guys, Sephora itself is now doing better than the luxury brands that LVMH owns. Let me say that again. They're making more money on Sephora than they are on their luxury brands right now. Sephora makes you feel like the problem is you, not them. It's bad business. Fix these problems, Sephora. It's getting easier to work around your company. But why should we have to? Do your employees and managers align their behavior with Sephora, quote, values? Not to mention the people's makeup that they're carrying. The customer experience should be your number one priority. How are you allowing so many broken parts of the business to go unfixed? The "we have accommodated you in the past" means that customer has repeated bad experiences. Do better. I don't like the fact that this girl was typing in both English and Spanish and was talking about feeling like she was being blamed. And I think she was letting us know exactly why they thought that about her. There are so many comments on here that you can read through about people with the same experience where they're treated poorly, they're rouge clients, the racism, the fact that they had to close at one point because they all needed to do training because somebody of color came in and was famous and had a really bad experience, and now it's like they just don't care. Things arrive like garbage in a box. I agree. Orders have perfumes in them that leak everywhere. They don't take responsibility. At one point, somebody I think was talking about how they'll say that they weighed a product somewhere, and if it weighed the right amount, then how could they have left out a product? Like that's their proof, as if something can't get lost in the mail or opened and retaped by somebody who's handling the boxes. It's not racism. They hate everyone. Thank you, Rebecca. I kind of agree. They make more money because they cater to teens. They also let them ruin testers. The place is a mess. I get ignored because they're helping the teens. It is so bad to go there after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can't possibly function. It's like recess, and they grind in. When I was doing the swatches of the Givenchy highlighters, they haven't been out long enough to look as disgusting as they do. They said to me about the weight and the Reddit thread about the Dyson Airwrap. Yes, somebody got an empty box with the Dyson Airwrap, and the company claimed that they weighed the boxes at a certain point, and so obviously she was lying by saying that she didn't get her $500 blow dryer Airwrap. And when is the customer going to be the priority? I will tell you that maybe that's not racism, but I definitely feel like there are brands that they carry in store whose value system would fail under the supposed Sephora, we're here for everyone. We're for every color and every ethnicity and every religion and every skin color, you name it. It is like a playground. It is a mess. It doesn't look fun to me. Like, I'm a teacher and it doesn't look fun to me. These kids are running wild through these stores and they're having birthday parties now. And honestly, if you go online and you type in Sephora Sweet 16 or Sephora Quinceañera, you will freak out at what these extremely wealthy kids are getting for their parties. It's like, it should be like on MTV. Remember MTV, like Cribs and stuff? They should have like, wasn't there like a My Sweet 16 or My Quinceañera show? Sephora is going to be inched out also when Olive Young starts coming into this. I went to the Mall of America, the biggest Sephora in Minnesota, and it looked like someone came in and intentionally trashed the place. That's so sad. Westman lipsticks broken off. Everything was smeared and so gross. I think that there are some stores that literally can't keep up with the mess. But at the same time, if they know this is happening, how about take a tiny little bit of your product and pay for 1 or 2 more people to be on duty during the high traffic after school time just to clean up the displays, just to keep wiping things off and making things look presentable. I can't tell you how many times I've picked something up in Sephora and it's like broken off or down to the nub and nobody has done anything to fix it, and you can't even get a swatch. I don't know. I thought this was definitely worth showing to you. And I look at someone like Lisa Eldridge, who has, I think, best in class customer service, hands down, of every beauty brand. And they really should take some notes from her. Boy, are they responsive and always polite and always do the right thing. It's quite upsetting. Sephora in Memphis is always a wreck. The nicest one I've been to was on Rodeo Drive. No surprise there. I mean, you've said a mouthful, Hal. You've said a mouthful. I don't know. I just think there are so many options now, and I vote for Nordstrom. That's just me. Nordstrom for me has more brands that I'm interested in and a great return policy. Oh my God, I can still smell my hair oil in my hands. It smells so good. Gotta trust me. Chris McMillan, you can shop his website too directly and get a discount on the first time that you shop. I don't know how much it is. I'm guessing 10 or 15%. That's what most of them are. Okay, does anyone need swatches of anything? Does anybody want to see anything? Does anybody want to talk about anything before we move off of this topic? And make sure we've covered all our bases and discussed colors and formulas and textures and opinions. Are we just over it? Is it like if you see one more Sephora haul video, you're going to hurl? The one thing I would like to test out while we're here, I don't know if you guys saw my Instagram, but I picked up these lip bees at the Nordstrom sale. It's called, did I already tell you about this? GWS, the mineral sunscreen lip gloss that doesn't smell or taste like sunscreen. Comes in 2 colors. Please tell me if I already talked about this because I'm feeling repetitive, but might be because I was swatching them. This is the color Iced Coffee. It's like a 90s kind of a brown, really pretty. And then the second one is called Ripe Berry. And these are on the Nordstrom website. It's this really pretty, like, kind of warm but cool mauve kind of a color. I did tell you. Did I try it on? Because I want to put it on. I'm going to put the Ripe Berry on. I mean, there's literally no taste, and no smell. And it feels good, and I needed something to feel good. I'm sorry. I know I forget. I can't remember if it's like the next day. It's bad. I can't remember when I walk into a room half the time. Like, why am I walking into this room? What was I getting up to do? What was I going to say? It's bad. Real bad. Okay. All right. Last call for any of this shenanigans that we've been talking about. I usually don't buy Sephora collection makeup, but they have a new cream to powder blush, and they are so silky and smooth. They weren't out in store yet, but they let me swatch them in the back. Sephora does a great job of knocking off all of their brands. You are great. No reason to be sorry. I hope that I'm not like a broken record. I don't want to sound like that either. When do you ever find a sunscreen lip product that doesn't completely make you nauseous? That's where I am. Okay. The only Sephora collection thing that I bought this time is the daily brush cleaner. This thing is amazing I spray a towel and then wipe the brush, and I don't spray it directly on my brushes. And then this doesn't take place of washing, but it's nice when your makeup brushes aren't super dirty yet. You don't want to shampoo them all the time. This does a really nice job of removing purples and things like that stain your brush. So shout out to Sephora collection. Please bring back your lip liners. Is anyone with me? These were the best. Marc Jacobs is June. It's on his Instagram. I want my gel liners back. And I know a lot of people are going to be really excited to have a lot of his products back. I feel like I've missed him for so long. When they finally announced it, that he was coming back, I finally took all of the liners that I had been like keeping and saving for I don't know what, because I wasn't going to put it in my eye at this point, but I let them go, and I can't wait for them to come back. And I hope that it's as amazing. I'm excited about it. Okay. I'm also excited about skin, and I've been telling you guys about my skincare journey for a while. I'm going to turn these down a little bit and just kind of chill out over here. For me, skincare has always been, not always, let's talk about realistically. From the time that I was a teenager, my sister and I would pile on the Oxy, not Oxy 5, Oxy 10. It was that white bottle, and it was zip medicine. And we would sit there, and by the end of the night, we were both completely covered in our zip medicine and ready to go to bed. Not before we had used our Sea Breeze or our 1006 or some sort of astringent on our face. We would dry the crap out of it, then put Oxy on, which was oxybenzone, I guess. I don't even know if that's like a thing, because salicylic acid is what they use now. It has to be a small enough molecule to get into the pore to clean it out. So you want a BHA if you're having a breakout, because that's what will take care of getting into the pores. I can remember starting skincare, like buying skincare products, like probably started with like an eye cream, or maybe you were a little bit suntan lotion, that kind of thing. feel like skincare was something that I really started concentrating on when I was done laying in the sun, which I still do miss the feeling and the look of a tan. It's just every other generation after us, thank goodness, they're all protecting their skin. But I feel like sometimes I just feel like, oh, the damage has been done. These spots are never going to fade. My skin is always going to be sun damaged. You know, there are peels and there are lots of things that people do. But what I have found is that right now, less is more in every way. We were attacking our skin during like the 2015, 16, 17. We would over exfoliate, overdo it with the acids. More was better, right? I don't know if any of you guys experienced it, but it felt like I was always trying something new, trying something else, adding another thing and stacking like all of these steps onto me. And then I was like, what am I even doing? And then I finally like got it together and I was like, okay, I'm going clean beauty. None of this dirty beauty anymore. I'm going clean beauty and that's going to be it. And I felt like I was on a clean beauty train for a really long time, trying to find the cleanest products. And oh, that was not going to do it for me because that had petrolatum or that had, you know, this or that or parabens or all these things that were studies that were blown out of proportion. And meanwhile, we don't have any of the new initiatives like the EU has protecting our faces and our lips, our cheeks, our eyes, our skin, all of it. The one thing that we all thought was that more was better, and not just more. For me personally, not only was more better, more expensive was better. It had to be clean. And when you stop getting the great results, then what you do is use some clean stuff, but then you find like something that's, you know, not clean, but you're going to put it on top of the stuff that's clean and you start to make yourself insane. I love my Josh Rosebrook products. I want to say that there is nothing from his line that I am letting go of. What I've done is I've opened myself up to the possibility that there's skincare out there that is effective, proven through clinical trials to make a difference in my skin. And it starts with having a really solid barrier. I think the one thing that we did get wrong was doing more was better, and doing more expensive was better, and doing clean was better. Was anybody in any of those categories, like with skincare, of how did you start skincare? What was your entry point? Was it an SPF? What made you start doing it? Was it like some under eye wrinkles? Were you puffy? Did your skin need moisture? Were you going for oil control? Were you trying to use like an astringent? What are like your first memories of skincare, or what's something that stands out that you've had to let go of because it's not working for you, or you were told that something was true when it's not true? I worry about what's in our food more than I do makeup or skincare. I wish we had better food, like less processed food, like when you go to Europe and you eat food and it tastes like real food. I eat my lipstick, so I think about that all the time. I had acne that started me on skincare. Yeah. when I did fertility after Ryan, when we were trying to have another child, I was on hormones. Ryan was my honeymoon baby, like right away. And then we wound up not having more kids, but we did do a lot of, we'll talk about it another time. I used to get this like crazy deep cysts, like the kind where I had to go to the dermatologist and get it injected. And I will tell you that getting an injection in an inflamed like cyst underneath the skin is 1,000 times more painful than getting Botox or something like that. You started researching skincare for dry skin with acne in the 90s. I don't even think that companies were thinking people with acne can have dry skin. I think that they were working off the assumption at that point that if you had acne, you had oily skin, right? I mean, that was just what they assumed. I mean, I even thought like if I was breaking out, I'd be like, oh, I'm very oily in my T-zone, but I wasn't thinking that the rest of me needed something else. I feel like skincare has been one of those things where I was trying to fix myself constantly. I was looking to fix the way that I looked or fix the way that my makeup was sitting on my skin or fix wrinkles or fix the color of my skin. I was always on like this, I'm going to fix myself thing. I don't think that this was necessarily a good thing. I'm going to talk about my RE list, and I will give you guys a copy of this when we get together the next time. I think if I put this up, it's just going to be too small. I'm going to see. You guys can tell me. I have to cancel this first. I think I'm going to have to make bigger slides. Yeah, this is going to be way too small. You guys tell me if you can even begin to try to read these. It looks like around the size of your chat. So you let me know, is this something that you can or cannot see? It's called The Language of the Space, the RE list. Take it down, leave it up. You can read it, you can't read it. Anybody? I don't care that skincare, you didn't care about skincare till your 40s when you started to feel like you looked old. To be honest, I really wonder if I never started the obsession, if I would be better off now. You could read it. Yay, then I will leave it up. So, that's such a good point. Like, how much is, let's pretend like there was no social media. And it was just life pre-social media, pre-internet, pre all of this. Put yourself in the 90s. I remember caring about makeup. I can remember wanting to look better than I looked and enhanced, and I wanted to wear some things. But I don't remember being like, I'm going to stay out of the sun. I mean, I was still in the I'm going to get as tan as I can category, and truly meant that. Like, I would lay out as an activity. I don't think kids do that now. I think we've like finally, there is an understanding that if you don't want to look, I guess, like Gen X and boomers, you really should wear SPF. And I do think that the sun has changed. I know that they have the most skin cancer in the world is somehow in Australia, and it's where the ozone layer is the thinnest. When I started making my own skincare, I started being much more gentle with yourself. Maybe because I wasn't paying attention to all of the advertising anymore. So do you think that social media is driving some of this? Social media, YouTube is the only reason why I ever started getting into it. When I think about now of what I'm seeing, I think about a lot of these people who are getting plastic surgery. I'm looking at you, Martha Stewart. I'm looking at you, Kris Kardashian. And they're still airbrushing their pictures because I've seen, thank you to Felice who sends me pictures of what they really look like in person. And also what goes into that. Like, not only do they have to have plastic surgery, but they also have to have all the injectables done. Their skin still needs lasers. Your skin is still your skin. Like, your pore size and all of that is still your skin. We are going to make skincare work for us. We're going to make it accessible. You're going to be able to choose how much you want to spend and still have efficacy. That is something I want to tell you 100%. You will be able to find in every category across the board the ingredients that you need in the texture that you're looking for at the price that you're willing to pay. So doesn't that sound good? That is where I am at right now. I have found enough products in every format, except for, I can't say it personally, that I've tried things from an oily skin perspective, because I have not. But I can tell you that a lot of skincare is how it feels. Sometimes people say, oh, that's like so heavy. And other people will be like, oh, I love that I can just totally feel the hydration all day. There's different ways that we interpret it. So I do want to tell you guys all that it is good news. It doesn't have to be confusing. You don't have to do 10 steps every day. You can have a fly out the door in 5 minutes. You can have a skincare Sunday. You can have an I'm going to try to do this. The things that you need to do every day, I will go over with you. One of them is sunscreen. That is a non-negotiable. But let's talk about the RE list. So I came up with all of these words that were like do-overs, because we're not too old to do it over yet. We can still try things, and we can still find things, and we can still be there. So the first one is reclaim. We're going to take back the ownership of our beauty experience. I am not going to allow it to get hijacked anymore. We're going to move away from pressure and trends and noise, and we're going to get back to thinking about ourselves. All of the sudden, I am seeing all of this stuff about Gen X online. The Lipstick Lesbians came on, I think it was yesterday or the day before. They had on their story. There were what appeared to be influencers that worked at Sephora. They all seemed to work at Sephora. It looked like they were being interviewed at Sephora's, talking about what kind of foundation should be worn by somebody over 40. And she played the video of these 3 people that were working at Sephora talking about over 40 skin. Number one, they were all AI. Number two, they are targeting Gen X. Why? We have, putting boomers aside, because we're getting there. We're the oldest, we have the most money to spend, and we have the least adept group at being able to identify something as AI. So I feel like they're targeting us because of our age. They're targeting us because of our place in society. And I don't want to say that AI is all bad, because I can tell you that it is a joy what I'm going to tell everybody to do before we meet next time. You all have a phone and it's easy to take pictures. I want you to take a picture of all your skincare, everything that you have. Take pictures and put them into a folder in your organizing. And I'm going to give you something the next time that we get together to go through all of it. All you're going to do is take pictures of your skincare so that AI can read it. AI is not the enemy. You can make it your assistant. You can make it your guardrail of purchasing something that is either too similar to something else or doesn't meet the efficacy level. Just because they're saying that ingredient is in it doesn't mean that it's in it in a way that's going to make a difference. Sometimes they just include it for, the list. And you can shop straight through an AI agent now. You don't even have to leave where you are. I know they're making it real easy with the QR codes now when you're watching a video. What do you guys think of that, by the way? I am curious because I have mixed feelings. Number one, more of us are watching YouTube in our beds than ever before, or our living rooms for that matter, on a bigger screen, and you're scrolling at the same time. So you're scrolling either TikTok or Instagram and you got a video going over here. Oh, you want something, you take a quick picture, you get the QR code, and you can like shop it later. Or do you feel like that's really in your face? You don't want to be sold to like that. You think it's wrong. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you think about the fact that I just said that you can all have a skincare regimen that you can afford, that will meet your needs, and it will feel good on your skin. Because I wouldn't have believed it. I always feel like I'm trying to get somewhere else. Like I'm trying to get to a destination with my skin. And it's like, it's more of a journey. And you need really good shoes and strong legs. And that's what we're going to find out. There's so much that is going to be very eye-opening. So we're going to reclaim everything is going to become ours. We're also going to rediscover. We're going to connect with the things that used to feel exciting to us, that used to feel personal and enjoyable about beauty. Like what I started with tonight is exactly the opposite of why I love you guys so much. You're just going to take all the pictures of your skincare, each thing individually, and I will tell you what we're going to do with them. Oh, you put it in our chat. That's fine too, but this is going to be something that you can do for yourself that I'm going to share with you the next time that we get together. It's just organizing by just taking photos of everything, because AI is going to do the rest. Okay. That's fine. I love to see what you guys are using. In fact, put them in the chat. Let's see what your skincare looks like. Tell us what you're using. I would love that. Love it. Put it in the DMs. You can put it here. I would love to hear what people are using. We are going to find out what we truly like. And what I like isn't necessarily going to be what you like. And that is the beauty of what we're going to do. I am not going to convince you to buy the things that I enjoy. I am going to show you what I have done, the process that I've gone through to find the things that I'm looking, that have been successful for me, and the things that have not. I'm going to show you what not to buy based on claims that they're making or ingredients that they're saying are in it, but may not be helping you because they're not enough of them, or it's not the quality of the ingredient, or there's something that they're putting on, like when they say it's a collagen mask, you're like, oh, I'm gonna get some collagen. That sounds great. I'm lacking in collagen. I'm gonna put a collagen mask on. It's not what you think. It's about plumping up your skin and making it look bouncy, but it's not a permanent fix. You can't put collagen in. You can only stimulate your own skin to make collagen. And I think the biggest thing that we're going to talk about is that skincare is caring for your skin. It's supporting your skin to do the jobs that it does normally. Real quick, I'm going to pivot to this. Our skin does 4 things. It protects. Wait, hold on. I don't want to go into that yet. I want to go back. I'm going to go back to this. I want to get through the RE list tonight. This is where we need to be. I want to rebuild. I want to create a routine that actually makes sense for your life and for your skin. If during the week you have to get out the door and you still want to take care of your skin, you're covered. I just use a skincare that feels good on my skin. I never believe it's going to do anything for anti-aging. Okay. I think so much of skincare is how it makes us feel. I know that for me, it's like this is my time. This is it. Like I can remember when Ryan was little and I would go into the bathroom at night and like do my skincare and stuff. Like it was the only time during the day that I ever focused on myself. You know, it was the only time. And during COVID, everybody got so into their skincare because they had time to do it. There was nothing else to do. I think that the nicest thing someone can say to you is your skin looks beautiful, not I love your makeup. Like for me, I'm just like, oh, thanks. Like, you know, for me, it's about not putting too much on anymore. Like less is so much more. And I guess that's a good thing. But we are going to reset. We're going to clear away buildup and irritation and confusion and overuse. We're going to get rid of all of that. I'm going to give your skin a clean, calm starting point. And each one of us, I want to open this up on my phone. You know what? I think I can give you guys a copy of this for you. Tell me if this works. Tell me if you can click this. Are you able to pull up this file, or is it only me? I agree, Holly. Aging isn't going to be addressed by a cream. I think our mindset about aging is a better defense. You agree, Jacqueline? So, if it's not going to help, is it just because it feels good? Is it because it's luxurious? Is it because your makeup looks better when you put on some skincare? Like, are you hoping that it works? I feel like we're given a lot of promises, and I think that it was all in the way that it was presented to us. And the way we cycled through it that soured a lot of us. We're going to remodel and gradually improve and renew our skin over time. Are you able to open up that link or no? Anybody? No? Yes? We're going to refocus. Don't get me wrong, I still need to moisturize. I love my creams, but I'm making peace with my wrinkles. I don't think that's a bad thing. The focus of skincare in fixing our problems, fixing our wrinkles, fixing the sagging skin and all that, I think is kind of a false narrative. Can't open without typing it all in. Trying now. I don't know if it's able to be opened or if I have to set it to a different setting. If not, I will have a copy for you guys. So we're going to support what's already working before it stops working. That's the biggest thing. We have so much to maintain, and this longevity thing that they're talking about is about keeping what you have for a longer period of time. And you don't do that by abusing your skin all of the time. We have to create a situation where our skin is able to do its job. The skincare doesn't do something to us. It helps support something that we're already doing. We may be doing less of it, or we might not be doing it as effectively, but these are things that our skin can do. And we're just helping the skin get there. So we're going to realign and bring our routines back into balance because they've drifted. Your wrinkles are who you are and the life I have lived, good times and bad. I love them. Aging is a gift. So thankful to age. Holly, I know exactly where that is coming from. I think we all do. And I think we can all agree that it is indeed a blessing to be here to age. And when it comes down to it, there really isn't anything else to say. it is a gift. I do want us to refocus though, and do talk about what matters most. And anything that distracts from that, any messaging that you're getting, any things that you're seeing, any AI being presented, anyone with filters, any photos that have been photoshopped. We all know that what we're seeing is not real, but it's still like this unattainable level. We all need to love ourselves. That's your wish, and you hope for everybody in the beauty community. It's about feeling good too. Doesn't all of this stuff make you have like all the feels and the feel goods when you take it out, when you put it on, how you look, how you smell? It's all part of the experience, right? We're here because we love it. We're here because this is our thing. So we're going to reveal, we're going to allow our skin to show its natural clarity and strength over time. The problem, I think, with a lot of skincare is that they were throwing a lot of things at us. Anti-aging would be like number one, like, ooh, we're anti-aging. We're, like it was anti-aging cream, wrinkle cream. And then the messaging got more intense where they would tell us to use certain ingredients. Like if you want to hydrate, you're going to have to use hyaluronic acid. It's going to have hyaluronic acid. And all of a sudden, it's in everybody's vocabulary. And then comes niacinamide, and it's in everybody's vocabulary. Do we really know like what all these things mean and what they do? We're going to take a couple steps back the next time that we go through this, and we are going to go step by step, like I did, relearning and unlearning some of the messaging that we've been getting. It's not that we don't know what we're talking about. It's that there's too many conversations that have been wrong. It's like just because it's on the internet does not make it right. So we're going to rebalance and bring our skin back to equilibrium. It's going to be very interesting. I want to reframe everything. I want you to see your beauty differently. I want it to be on our terms, our own terms. Like, I want us to be able to look at it with new eyes, even though we have been for so long looking at it. I want us to reconnect. I want you to have a good relationship with your skin and understand what's happening with your skin and what it needs. I'm going to help you read your skin each day, each time that you do your skincare routine. The best thing I did for my face was stop using cleansers of all types. I use oils to cleanse and then rinse with water, but I'm still here to learn new tricks. I like that. So we're going to restore. We're going to bring our skin back to balance with strength and stability. I feel like my skin is so much thinner now than it used to be. Like the skin is just not cushiony like a baby's skin. Repairing is something that we can do when our barrier is not in balance and is angry or irritated or upset or stripped. There are ways that we can help the skin repair itself. Then we're going to reinforce the things that we like, the things that are already happening. How can we make them more efficient? So the whole reason why I started microneedling for me is because I went through very early menopause. And my skin has been estrogen deprived for so long that the way that my cells turn over and making collagen and elastin just is not at the level that it needs to be. So I'm giving my skin a reason to make collagen and elastin by making those little micro injuries. They send the little messengers to say, make stuff, make it better. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm in the cycle that I'm in. And everybody needs to own their own story. I'm not suggesting that you microneedle. I'm telling you what I do. I'm a reading specialist. I'm a teacher, but I'm not an esthetician. I am on a journey though to figure out what it is that makes my skin feel good and look pretty. Because I still care about looking pretty. I still want to look my best and I want to feel good. I want to be healthy. So we're going to reinforce and support what we already have. We're going to reassess. We're going to take a look at all the skincare products that are sitting in our drawers and all the things that we've bought and what's not getting used and what is and why. We're going to resist and consciously choose not necessarily new products or trends or claims, but things that we want for ourselves because that's personally what we want to get. We're going to repeat and stay consistent with what works long enough to actually have results. We're going to stick with a routine. Not a routine that's a set routine, a thought process. We're going to change what beauty means and redefine it on our own terms. It's not going to be something that they're going to tell us is beautiful. We are the ones that have to feel a certain way and feel good about ourselves, because that is so much of what we do, is caring for ourselves and doing what makes us feel good. And we're going to recharge ourselves. We are going to get things functioning at their best. And if you want something lightweight that feels like nothing, I gotcha. If you want to feel like you've got a hug on your face because you like that feel, I got you. Whatever the ingredient is, we will go over delivery systems and ways for you to get the same ingredient on your terms. So tonight, I just want to close by saying that I was so scared to stop using all of my skincare that I love so much and to dip my toes in and start trying some other things. And it's not all K-beauty. I have discovered all kinds of brands on this journey, Wise Beauty being one of them. It is about ingredient decks, supporting the skin that we have, the skin that's doing all the jobs. What we're going to do is we're going to give our skin some tools and some things that help it help us. So take photos of your skincare and be ready for our next live. Today is Tuesday. No, today is Sunday. We are going to meet on Tuesday, and that is when we will do our pictures and talk about how AI can be your friend and not your foe when it comes to all of this. If they're going to fight us on social media, we are going to punch back using AI. We are going to write our own rules. They're not going to decide right now all of a sudden that Gen X is ready for all of this, because we've been here the whole time. And hello, we like this stuff a lot. We love beauty. And just like they have in South Korea, everyone can afford to have an effective skincare routine that serves them. And that is what I intend to bring to all of you. So stick with me. I know it's just about feeling good or about taking care of ourselves, but I am going to show you what can be effective to help you help your skin. Okay. All right, you guys, we are at the top of the hour, and I am wishing everybody a good week, even though I couldn't remember that today was Sunday because that is how much I slept yesterday. You know, like you wake up and it's dark out and you're like, is it tomorrow? Is it like when you look at the clock and you can't figure out what day it is? We've all been there. That was me yesterday. In a good way. I've been needing some sleep and I finally got some. So Tuesday, I will see all of you. I will have handouts for you. I will have a way for you to organize what you have to determine what it is that is working for you and what is not. Kind of make two piles. Do the skincare that's been sitting here doing nothing and the skincare I like using. Let's just kind of take stock. See what you got. Not what you have to buy. No one's going to see this list but you, unless you want to share it with us, and that would be great too. I'm going to share the list of everything that I've been trying, and I think you're all going to think I'm nuts, and I am, but I did it for science. I did it for us, and I did it because sharing a really expensive skincare routine doesn't make it better. Sharing a really clean skincare routine doesn't make it better. Sharing a really inexpensive routine doesn't make it better. Showing you a K-beauty skincare routine doesn't make it better. The best skincare is the skincare that you choose based on solid knowledge and how it makes you feel. All right, you guys, I'm sending you all kinds of love for a really good, positive week. Everybody, I love all of you. I will see you all on Tuesday night. And if you need anything before then, send me a DM. I'm always around. Or email me. Good night, everybody. Sweet dreams, everyone. Have a good week. Love you all.